Yeah. So three things in physical body, mind, and a soul. That soul is nothing but which is called in Gurbani Atam or Atam Ram or Atma. So it is also called Atam Ram. Ram hai Atam. What does it mean? That the soul is Vaheguru and Vaheguru is the soul. For the lack of better words in English. But what is it is Atma. So there is no difference between Atma and Paramatma per se, right? Prabhu Parameshwar is Atma, which is sitting with us, inside us. That is the part which is in us. That is the Jyot. That is the Prakash. That is the light. That Atma which is inside us is light. Mind is also called Jivatma. And Jivatma is actually separated. That's why we say the word conscience, right? Which I wrongly used it last time. Conscience is nothing but our Atma. Remember, we say always, for example, a thief is there and the thief wants to steal something, but inside he knows that I am going to do something bad. That who is sending him those signals? One side, there are signals being sent. Oh, go ahead and steal the money. Go ahead and steal the money. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead and cheat, right? And on the second side, behind his thoughts, there is one sound coming. No, don't do this. This is wrong. Don't cheat. Don't steal. Don't murder. So there are two things. One, five thieves, which has controlled our mind, and our mind is the Jivatma. The five thieves have controlled it, and they are basically sending him those signals. Whereas the Vaiguruji, which is inside us, Vaiguruji is sending the signals saying, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. So that's the differences. And when in this whole process, when we do meditation, when the kirpa of Guru Nanak Dev Ji or Vaiguruji, whatever you want to say, happens, when we merge with this Jyot, with this Atma, we become one with Vaiguru, then at that point of time, the five thieves are no longer there. Five thieves are dead. The Kal is dead, which is called a devil also, right? That is dead. That's no longer there. There is no existence of five thieves. Lust, greed, anger, attachment, right? And false pride or ego, whatever you want to say. So the five thieves. So I saw the hand got. First, let me ask Sarah Penji. Does this answer your question, Penji?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Hanji, Singh raised the hand.
Yeah. So what I was wondering is that I know like there's those times whenever there's a conditional that happens, but what if that person has no option but to what if that person has no option to survive? Like what if he has to resort to that kind of stuff like stealing or whatever you might say, like.
So you are, for example, you are giving at the time, yeah, that when you are very hungry and there is no other option, but you know that there is a food and you don't have a money in your pocket, and you know
Yeah.
that either you can eat the food or you will die, something like that, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to ask.
Then see, these are the things at that point of time. It's very situational, right? At that situation, just like I mentioned, and you can experience this, especially when you are hungry and all that stuff. Your conscience, the with the voice which is coming from inside, will be very strong. It will guide you actually, what to do, what not to do. It becomes very, very strong at that point of time. Sometimes what happens is that, just like you mentioned, it was not your intention. And if our mind has not merged with Vaheguru, then even if we will do mistakes, then we will do Ardas Benti in front of the Vaheguruji. We'll do prayer in front of the Vaheguruji that, hey, I know this is wrong, but I am doing it. Help me, Bakshlo Manu. Forgive me for all these mistakes. But obviously, you will not. There are a couple of things here you need to remember, right? You are not, if you are saving your near and dear one by killing someone, that is not Atma. That is not Atma telling you. That is five thieves. That means you have an attachment at that point of time. Whereas survival of the fittest is a different thing. At that point of time, it is different. For example, I'll give you an, I think Sukhman, we talked on the phone also about this, right? Uh,
Yeah.
Remember when the Singhs were in the jungle and all that stuff, right? And
Yeah.
there was nothing left, no vegetables left at that point of time,
They
right?
had to eat.
And they were hungry, they had to eat, and the only thing they could eat is maybe a deer or something, right?
Meat.
Yeah, meat. But that's a last resort, right? Otherwise you're going to be vegetarian, right? But these days there is, I mean, if somebody tells me today that, hey, there's no other option, they have to eat the meat, I'll say, shut up, man. Come on, you have so many options, right? You're just lying. And even if you are so much into meat eating, there are so many vegan meats out there. You can eat vegan meats also, right? What I'm trying to say here is, the whole idea is, you whether your mind is controlled by the five thieves or it is controlled by the Vaheguru. Until the time we have not crossed that, we have not reached to the Chautha Pad, the fourth stage, then at that point of time, your mind would be so much full of food and everything, you will probably not be getting into the hungry mode or in that kind of a mode, because the food of your mind will be continuously given to you. I remember a story from somebody raised the hand. I'll get back to you, but I remember the story from Buddha. Buddha was like, anything you eat, you should eat with the mindfulness. You should be present. Everything we don't have to be lost in the the past or future. We should be there. What is happening today? People are eating food, they're watching something, they're talking, their mind is somewhere else, and they will not, even if the food is tasty, they will even not know that they have eaten two times, three times of their regular capacity. But if you are present out there, and if you are eating something and you are 100% out there, you probably will eat less food. Try it. I have tried it, and it is 100% it works. Presently, and see, feel that you are eating the food. With every bite, remember Vaheguruji. Every bite, remember Vaheguruji. Inside, do the Antargat Simran while doing it. I don't do it always, but whenever I do it, I tend eating less. I don't get so much hungry with that. So it is all the lifestyle which we have to learn also from Vaheguruji, that what is important. Does that answer your question, Sukhman?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Anji, Harpreet.
Virji, so these five tips are also created by Vaheguruji itself, right?
Yes, yes. That's a
And
game.
okay.
It's a, the Gurbani says, Mere Prabh Sache ik khel rachaya. Vaheguruji has created this game, right? So it's like a very beautiful thing, right? Some people ask, oh, okay, where we are coming, why we have to go back, why we are getting into the reincarnation, why all this stuff. I was like, what I understand, right, is it's like a game of cricket, right? So you chose to participate in the game of cricket. Now you on the field, or for example, any other game, right? Tennis or whatever. You chose to go into the field and play it. Now, when you are on the field, you're saying, I don't want to play this game. That doesn't. You agreed with Vaguruji that you are going to play. This is a game. Now, when we say, okay, we don't want to abide the rules, how is that? If you agreed that you are going to play the game, there are rules to play the game. And those are the rules which Gurbani is telling us. What are those rules, right?
And Virji, one more question. And like, how to be like motivated always? Like, because I mean, sometimes like you do Simran and it does not work, and you get tired. Like, I mean, it's not working, it's
Mhm.
not happening, and
Mhm.
like it's very hard to be motivated always to keep on doing it and just wait to get merged.
Yeah. And that's why we have to do Sangat, right? So that's why we do more and more Sangat, listen to Gurbani and try to do the Vichar of Gurbani, what Gurbani is telling us, right? See, I always, when I display, I have displayed the English meanings out, also Punjabi meanings also out there. They may be relevant, may not be relevant. That's not 100%. But I put it out there so that even if we are sharing something different, you should know, right? So the more and more Gurbani, the more and more Kirtan you will listen, the more and more Sangat you will do. These are different tools to make your mind go back to your real path, because mind is so busy looking outward that mind has forgotten to look inside, right? And it's going to take a process, man. It's going to take a time. It's not going to be overnight. See, something we have been busy from who knows how many jugs, right? From how much time, from how many births it has been that we are looking outside. Now Vaiguruji is giving us the direction so that we have to turn this and look inside. It takes time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Somebody who is going to tell you, okay, come to me and I will show you the path, and overnight your life is not going to. No, Gurbani doesn't tell us that. Gurbani says that it is a proper step. Till your last breath, you have to try. Till your last breath. There are stories of Baba Farid Ji. It took him so many years. He was so old.
years.
And there is a Shabad also. He is saying in that Shabad, in that poem, so beautifully he's saying that crows come and eat my body, but don't eat my eyes. It's metaphorical. Don't eat my eyes, because I have not yet seen the Vaheguru. I'm not yet seen God. I've not have done the darshan of Vaheguru. So he was so old, right? But he didn't lost his hope. And to be honest, this is the biggest challenge. A lot of people try to go on this path after 5 years, 10 years. They think that they have not reached anywhere, because there is a stone. I think I forgot what it is called. It's like it is like a bland taste. It's like tasting just take an example of a bland food, right? You don't like the bland food. Your tongue doesn't taste that bland food, but if you are eating that bland food, your hunger will still go away. It will still give you the nourishment, right? Initially, that's why Gurbani says, "Akhan okha sacha now." It is difficult to use this why Guru, why. It is very easy to do Mool Mantra. It is very easy to do Japji Sahib. People do 10 Japji Sahib, 15 Japji Sahib. It is easy. I'm not saying you should not do it. What I'm saying is it is easy, but to jap the naam, it is very difficult. Akhan okha sacha now. But what is the next line? Sache naam ki lage pook. Once you get hungry of the Shabad, of the Guru Mantra, then things will be so easy. Everything you will do. Why Guru, why Guru, why Guru. Right? You will not care. Right now, people don't say why Guru because they think what others will think about me. If I will say why Guru, what other people in the society will think? What the heck he's doing? That's the whole thing. We have to come out of that lok lajja, right? That what other people are thinking about us, we have to forget about that. We just do our thing. People are not going to go with us, right? One last question and then we'll go and start this body. Penji, Sarah Penji, you had a question?
I think you basically did answer the question, because that's what I was going to ask you, like the technique. So, because sometimes when you start eating and then you don't remember Vaheguru with every bite, so I was just going to ask you. So it's basically just practicing and then Vaheguru grace, I guess.
Yeah. Well, one Gurmukh told me that when you walk, right, so you make a habit. One step, why Guru, why Guru, why Guru, why Guru. I remember I used to work in a company and I had to go from one building to another building walking every day, maybe 2-3 times. It really helps when you walk, right? Why Guru, why Guru, why Guru. And it becomes part of your system. Then every time you will walk, you will be saying why Guru, why Guru, why Guru, why Guru. It matches with your steps. And that's what mind needs. Something, guys, very simple. Mind needs something to stay there. Otherwise mind will wander. So it is very important whatever we speak. If we are just speaking and our mind is not listening, it is not going to work. That is also we have to make sure. When we speak, our mind has to listen, not just the physical ears. Our mind has to listen. Man nu sunna chahiye. Okay, so let's start the second body. Body Nanak ji upaye khe likh nawe taram bahalya uthe sache hi sach nibde chun vakh kade jaj malya ਥਾਉ ਨ ਪਾਇਣ ਕੂੜਿਆਰ ਮੂੰਹ ਕਾਲੇ ਦੋਜਕ ਚਾਲਿਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਏ ਰਤੇ ਸੇ ਜਿਣ ਗਏ हार गए से ठगन वालिया लिख नावै धर्म बहालिया लिख नावै धर्म बहालिया. First line, पौड़ी नानक जी उपाय कै लिख नावै धर्म बहालिया. This is very beautiful. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is telling us that when Vaheguru Ji created our body, right, he also put an in charge or on our head that whatever actions we do, whatever karmas we do, somebody is noticing all those actions. And let's introduce the two characters out here. One is Chitragupt and other is called Taramraj. Who is a Chitragupt? The literal meaning of the Chitragupt is Chitra is picture, Gupt is a secret. There is somebody, a Sukham, a subtle body, who is looking at us and capturing all our pictures. Chittar Gupt, he is capturing all our pictures. Everything. Whatever action we are doing with this physical body, with this mind, whatever thought we are, it is capturing all that. And that lekha, that account is being sent to his governor, his boss, and his boss is Taramraj. He is also subtle, not a physical body, a subtle, a sukham, which is called a Taramraj. That's what Guru Sahib is telling us, that when he created our body, right? When he created our mind, he also created these two subtle characters, Chitragupt and Taramraj. And Taramraj, what it is doing is when we leave this body permanently, which in physically we call it a death, physical death, but it's not a death, it's just going to the other side. When we leave this body, we go to Taramraj, and Taramraj asks us or tells us, and that what have we done in our life? Have we only been busy in doing cheating, stealing, lying, gossiping, slandering, wasting all our swas, our breaths, all the time in these things? Or did we actually meditate it? Did we actually put our mind in the right direction? Did we actually help others? I remember a story, and I will talk about that story after this next line. Othe sache hi sach nibde, chun vakh kade jajmalya. They're out there. You know, some people say, oh, that guy like did so many bad things, right? He did so many bad things, and nothing happened to him. He never got caught by cops, and he lived a very good life, and he died. Why this happens? Why good people gets punished and the bad people not get punished? They do get punished. Their jivatma, the mind, will still get punished. So there, that's what othe sache hi sach nibde. What is happening out there? That only such is there, only truth is there. There is no room for faking the evidence, faking the proof. They have proofs in front of them, and they will separate goods from the bad. Chun vakh kade jajmalya. They will know that these are the bad ones and these were the good ones. Who are the good ones? Thao na payan kudeyar, मुकाले दोजक चालिया, तेरे नाए रते से जिन गए, हार गए से ठगन वालिया. The one who are filled with the colors of Naam, ones who are totally imbued in his Naam, who lived their life 24/7 by not cheating, not stealing, not gossiping, but always merged in his Naam. They are the ones, good ones, as per Gurbani. The ones who have done good and bad karmas, it depends what they have done. Uthe sache hi sach nibde, chun vakh kade jajmalya, they will be separated. The Naam, the ones who are imbued in the Naam, his Naam, the gems, the Taramraj cannot touch them. Their account is never even opened. Their account is not even seen. It's not allowed. Taramraj's territory is different. and Vaheguruji's territory. The Naam is the khajana which goes, the treasure. The Naam treasure is the only treasure, that's the only money which goes to Vaheguruji. Rest all goes to Dharamraj. So let me introduce the third character here. It is called a Jam. It is called Jam. Now, who are the Jams? Jams are the subtle bodies which come at the end of your life. They will have a stick on their hand. They will put that stick on our sukham, on our subtle body, on the head of our sukham body, because our mind is sleeping. Because our mind is sleeping in all the actions which we are doing, in the Tragun, in the Maya, because we are so much focused on our kids' attachment, so much focused on our money, that, hey, everybody's like passionate to grow their money. Oh, I want to become this. I want to have $1 million. I want to have $1 trillion. We're so much busy in that our mind is sleeping. There are only two ways to wake up our mind. There are only two ways. For everybody, doesn't matter a Sikh, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, doesn't matter. Religion, Vaheguruji has no religion, let me tell you that. Vaheguruji has no religion. Religion is for humans, right? But there are only two ways. One is simmer, simmer, simmer gur apna, soya man jagai. That meditate on Vaheguru, on one Vaheguru, on formless Nirankar Vaheguru, soya man jagai, so that you can wake up your mind. That is one way. But if you are not doing that, your mind is still going to wake up at the end, when your physical body is going to die. And what is that way? That way is very bad. Then the germs will come, these subtle bodies will come, they will beat you up to wake you up. There are so many stories about that. They will still wake you up. Then you will realize. Then you will negotiate. Then also you don't believe. At that point of time also you don't believe that I have dead. You will start negotiating with germs. You'll say, hey, I have to take money from so and so person. Can you come tomorrow? They say, no. Your time is done now. It's decided. They'll say, no. I will pay you money. You will try to bribe the germs because you don't understand that. You think everything is still there. So it takes time, because the Jeev Atma is in shock. The Jeev Atma is in shock. The mind is in shock at that point of time. Mind doesn't believe. That's what the manmukhs are. The mind doesn't believe that the physical body is no longer connected. Mind thinks the physical body is still in the physical body. For the lack of better words, I'm saying he, it can be she, whatever you want to say. Mind is also formless. Vaheguruji is also formless. Right? When I say formless, doesn't have a physical body. Similarly, these bodies which are coming to take us out, to take our mind out of our body, they are all germs, are also formless. Right? And they take us from a journey from here to there. When I say there, where the Dharamraj is sitting. Now, some people ask the question, how much time it takes? How much time it takes? How long is that journey? Can't tell you. Because we are going in the desh of Akal. Kal, Akal. Kal meaning where the time bound is there. We have PST, Pacific Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time, Indian Standard Time, whatever, GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, right? So many time zones. We are constrained. We are connected with this time. Our physical bodies are, but our mind is not. Similarly, his world, there is no time. He is also called Akal, timeless. Vaheguruji is also called timeless. There is no time. So if somebody tells you, oh, it takes like a few years, few months, we can't tell that. Maybe 1 second out there is few years here. We don't know. These are something which cannot be explained, right? So we can't tell how much time it takes for a sukham, the subtle body, to travel to the other world. But it happens. And on the way, the sukham body gets into a lot of things. Because in the Gurbani it says, Pun daan jo beejte sab dharmraj ko jaye. That is, if you are doing something good, some good actions, for example, you're donating money to the poor, you're doing some good actions, but you don't have a naam. You are doing a lot of donations, you are doing a lot of good stuff, but you don't jap naam. Your good karmas, your good actions will go with you, but it will only go to Taramraj. It will not go to Vaiguruji. Vaiguruji has nothing to do with this. Your good actions. What that doesn't mean you have to do bad actions. If you will go bad actions, then that is also not going to go to Vaiguruji, right? What does it mean is with the good actions, we have to remember Vaiguruji all the time, right? With the good actions, we have to remember Vaiguru all the time. Then those good actions become good. Otherwise, we are doing those good actions in homemade, in ego. Oh, I am doing it. Remember last time we discussed about the story? Oh, I donated this. I gave this thing to the poor. My son, attachment, my daughter, my wife, my parents. Oh, my dad was a deputy commissioner. My dad is whatever, right? Right? So it's all this game. We can only go to the correct path if we are jumping the naam. That's why to wake up our mind from all these things, we have to meditate. Thao na payan kudiyar, thao is the space. They will not even get a little bit of a space. They will not even get a little bit of a space out there. They'll be standing, even if somebody is very rich, very powerful in this physical world, and he has not jumped the naam, what is going to happen? He is going to be among all those people with whom he or she never wanted to stay before. So, thao na payan kudayar, mu kale dojak chalya, and if he and she has done the bad actions and he earned that money through bad means, his mouth, his face will be blackened. Mu kale dojak chalya, dojak is also called the hell or a narak, but here it is symbolic, meaning he will be punished. He'll be beaten all the way while being taken there because he has nothing, no good. He will say, don't do it to me, but he has to go through that. There is a story of a guy, a very rich guy called Duni Chand. I don't know if you have heard about that story. There is a very rich guy, Duni Chand. He was the most richest person in Lahore in Guru Nanak's time. Guru Nanak Dev Ji went there to Lahore and he put a camp there in the jungle out there. And he used to meditate out there. Mardana was used to be there. Mardana used to play rabab and they used to sing and meditate all the time. And Duni Chand came to know that there is some saint out there in the jungles and everybody, all the Sangat goes there. And what happened was when Duni Chand knew that, okay, there's a saint, he said, I'm going to go to that saint and visit him. And he requested Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He said, come to my house, eat the food there. He said, no, I don't want to give you any problems. I'm fine here. He said, but he insisted. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji decided that he will go to Duni Chand's house. When he went to his house, what he saw was that on the terrace of that house, there were a lot of flags out there. And he asked Duni Chand, he said, Duni Chand, what are these flags for? And Duni Chand said, every flag represent 10 million rupees. Every flag represent 10 million rupees. And he said, this is the amount of money I have. He said, oh, there are so many flags you have out there. So you must be a very rich person. You must be very happy. He said, should I tell you something? I can't tell you if I'm very happy because I still urge to become a most richest person of the world. And I know that there are some more rich people out there. He said, okay. Right. And he said, then the food is done, the good food he eats, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he serves him that. He said, Duni Chand, can you do me a favor? He said, yes. Tell me, what is the favor I can do? He said, take this needle, and I want you to keep this needle. I want you to keep this needle and give me this needle back to me in the next world. And he is a little bit hesitant, but he still keeps that needle. And in the night, his wife says, man, if you will die, how you will take this needle with you? Next day, he gets it. He goes back to Guru Nanak and he said, I get it. He said, I can't take the needle to the next world. Then Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, then think about your so many flags out there. Your millions and trillions of whatever money you have. What are you going to do with that money? Are you going to take that money with you? Will that go with you? Immediately he gets a realization that whatever he did, spending all his life and money in gathering that stuff, it's not going to go with him. And then from that onwards, his life changes, right? So he get a realization that nothing. So similarly, the naam is the only money which is actually going to go with us. Anything which we collect. Again, I'm not discouraging people don't earn money and all. Do work, do earn money so that you can survive. That is also the golden rules of Sikhi. But don't be mad about it. Don't chase money. Let money chase you, right? Let money chase you. Thao na payan kudeyar. But if we'll keep on chasing the money, then we will not find a place out there. Maybe we are very rich here. Maybe we have hundreds of houses, so many horses, so many cars, everything, but we'll not find a place out there. And our our face will be blackened. Sara Penji, you raised your hand. Vaheguru. Do you have a question, Sara Penji? All right, we'll continue. ਥਾਉ ਨਾ ਪਾਇਨ ਕੂੜਿਆਰ ਮੂੰਹ ਕਾਲੇ ਦੁਜਕ ਚਾਲਿਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਪੈਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ.
No, my hand was lower, but anyway, and I have no questions. I didn't ask any questions.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
no problem.
Very
no problem.
sorry.
No, it's okay. All is good. Tere nae rate se Singh. Singh raised his hand. Sorry, maybe it was Singh. Hanji Singh.
Yeah, so I don't understand what does it mean to have one's face black? Like, can you like elaborate on that? I don't.
One space, sorry.
Like when it says the false find no place there and they go to hell with their face blackened. What does it mean?
Yeah, don't read that. That's why that is just a reference. Don't read that. What I'm saying is, yeah. Don't read that much. Just consent. The translations are not 100% correct. That's why we are here to discuss Gurbani, right? So that's why the references, these are only for your reference out there. That doesn't mean I have to, if I have to read and tell you everything, then you don't need me, or we don't need a Sangat, right? So the whole idea here is that we discuss with each other and find and go to the depth and find the real meanings. The real meaning is that we don't find a place out there. That is our houses and everything will stay here, right? We will not get a place out there. Will not find any place out there. We will be beaten by the jumps, right? And our face will be blackened. Yeah. 2 people raised their hand. Harpreet, yes.
I mean, it's a silly question, but why Guruji has made such a play that we have to jump Naam and then only we will get basically get mukti and not just doing the good actions. I mean, like why I mean, I know that whether we jump Naam, I mean, it will not basically it will not affect Guruji, but why there is such a play that we have to jump Naam?
You are asking the same question, why these rules are there. When we were with Vaheguruji, we made these rules sitting. We said, we will make these rules. We will abide these rules. Now you're saying, okay, I'm playing the cricket. Why, if the ball hits on my leg and I am LBW, right?
But I have one question that why Guruji will basically made such a play that you have to jump Naam and get mukti.
Yeah, that's a rule which we agreed with Vaheguruji. Okay. These are the rules which we agreed with Vaheguruji. Now we forgot, right? Okay. We don't remember our old births, right? We don't remember anything. So, but you can get those answers, right? You can get those answers when you will meditate, right? There is a way. So the way we are thinking here right now is we are thinking in this world, right? And we are, every time we are busy in whatever the 5 thieves wants us to think, right? These are the thoughts which are coming to us automatically. These are the thoughts which are not our thoughts. And once we will stabilize these thoughts, when we will start going to the dar, these questions will go away. Then you will say, I know. Then the prem will be there. The pyar is there. Right? I'll give you an example. Right? You are asking actually very good question, very relevant question. For example, I don't think you're married, but let's talk about your parents, right? You love your parents, right? Why do you love your parents? Let me ask you.
I mean, because yeah, they cared for me. They gave me birth.
Okay, let's say if they wouldn't have taken care of you or anything, would you stop loving them?
No.
Right? There are certain things in life, right? When the love is there, when the real love is there, there is no like give and take kind of a thing. I'll give you an example. Another, I don't know if anybody out here has or had or has pets, right? See the dog. You give the food to dog or you don't give. He's always gonna love you. They will always think that this is my pack. I'm gonna love this. He's not gonna say that okay, he's not giving me any food, right? You give them the food, they'll be happy for sure. But if you don't give them the food, they'll be still with you. They'll still go behind you. You see the homeless people, right? A lot of homeless people have dogs with them. You know why? Because unconditional love. They have no demand. Humans have demand. Dogs, they don't have demand. They only want to be staying with their with their family, right? With their pack. That's what the word they use. They always want to be with their pack. What I'm saying is, because the love is not there, we don't, and it takes time. Once we will fall in love with Vaheguruji, the things will change. We will not have these questions, right? So let's try to get into a love, and then with the love, then you don't ask why we do this, why we do that, right? But ask these questions. I'm not discouraging you. What I'm saying is these are very relevant questions, right? I didn't knew somebody else also raised the hand. Was it Singh? Howard? Yeah, go ahead. You're muted. Let me unmute you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I don't ask too many questions about the why and the wherefore. I just know I don't want to be reincarnated again. This world is a miserable place, and I need to get out. And that's all the questions I have to ask. Yeah.
Exactly. That is actually a right attitude. Yeah, that's a right attitude. Because I mean, I don't know, some people must have seen in their families or some relatives and all, when they are on the bed and they are in pain, they have some disease and all that stuff, and that there is no, we want to do their seva, we want to help them, but sometimes you feel like, right? I mean, I remember my grandmother. She was bedridden, and she had a bed sores and all that stuff on her body. And I was in ninth grade and all that stuff. I didn't understood Gurbani so much. So still I'm learning. But what I'm saying is, like, I always used to ask my mom, why so much pain, right? And at that point of time, you just want to get out of that pain, man. And trust me, every human being on this earth, right? No matter rich, poor, we think that person is happy or something, they will have something. And the bliss is only at the Chautha Pad, not in these 9 doors, on the 10th gate. When we'll go above this, that's where the bliss is. And life is, we think like that. My great uncle used to say that. He used to do a lot of bhakti. And he used to tell me, he was like, I don't want to come back and go through the womb and get stuck in a mother's womb for 9 months, 10 months. And then I don't want to do that. How is that feeling? I don't want to do that at all. And that's the truth, right? Once you start realizing that, see the amount of pain you will be in, see the amount of pain we give to others, right? sometimes we say certain things and they are not the happy things, right? And we give pain to others. That's why. So I mean, it's just a realization, Harpreet.
Yeah.
Once
So now
once
now I remember Maskinji's katha. So he said that let's say you got graduated, and sometimes someone says that again you have to go from again class one. How will you feel it?
exactly. So yeah, that is good. But why Guruji is very graceful. He will give us that opportunity, and we never know if we are gonna get a human body next time. That's the thing, right? So whatever we have, we should try our level best, right? Okay, let's go next. तेरे नाय रथे से जिन गए हार गए से ठगन वालिया. Very clear. If we are doing gossiping, slandering, cheating, stealing, and we are stealing and taking other people's money, where we are doing that, we are the thugs. See, the same English word, Gurmukhi words, thaggan walya, thugs. If we are the thugs and all, then we are gonna go through 8.4 million Junes again. And if we are tere nae rate, then if we are imbued in your naam, and if we get merged in the naam, then we can merge in the Vaheguru forever. Then we don't have to come back here again and again. Likh naਵੇਂ ਧਰਮ ਬਹਾਲਿਆ, likh naਵੇਂ ਧਰਮ ਬਹਾਲਿਆ. That is ਧਰਮ ਬਹਾਲਿਆ, as in the Dharam Raj will decide that what नामे here is the order, the hukum. Eko naam hukum hai, na? So Dharam Raj will decide what to do, whether to send us back to the 8.4 million Junes, or sometimes he can't even touch. He will salute us. He'll say, you were successful. You won the game. You didn't lost the game, right? And we'll merge with Vaiguruji. And then he can't touch us. Nobody can touch us. We'll merge with Vaiguruji. Let's do 5 minutes of Simran. We didn't do much Simran today. And then we'll close. This is the second body. We'll start with the third body next week, right? Let's do a little bit Simran, 5 minutes Simran. Close our eyes, listen from our ears with love, chant from our tongue. Why Guru, 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 Guru, why 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 Guru, Vai, 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 Guru, 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 Guru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Any questions? All right. If not, then we will meet next week. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
Khalsa,
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।